Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In the first update of the day, this is the latest from Andrew Jack, and we get a very revealing physique update from him. Now, compared to the last video I shared of him, to me, he personally looks a lot better here. I was a bit harsh on him, I feel like, in the beginning, but look at this back double bicep, guys. The lat insertions are incredible, and this guy actually has a pretty good back. The only two things I can really say I need him to bring up, a little bit more conditioning and separation in the hamstrings, as well as still more overall thickness in the upper body. Andrew is a taller guy, so it takes a while to fill out that frame. But front double, front lat spread, this ab and thigh may already be one of the best in the league. This guy has an incredible structure. And you guys can see here in the most muscular, I would like to see more thickness just overall across the chest area. He's a big guy, but guys that are shorter and more compact will look more thick in the upper body. But incredible physique update. And if Andrew wants to win this show, he is going to have to get past Steve Kuclo, who I currently have as the winner for this show. Steve is pretty much keeping it under wraps as usual, not really putting out too many physique updates, but I'm pretty sure he's going to bring a very conditioned package just by the video that he posted about 2 weeks out. Now, this Texas Pro is going to be a very exciting show, and pretty much all the guys that didn't win Tampa are going to be in this show as well. But I'm excited to see Kuclo hop on this stage, man. He deserves to be at that Mr. Olympia. Now, the next update of the day, Hadi posted this up recently. I don't honestly think it's recent because Hadi looks very shredded, but Hadi is always in incredible condition. But I believe this is just probably last year's Mr. Olympia. But going into this year's Mr. Olympia, everyone talks about beating Big Ramy, talks about beating Brandon Curry. They have to get past Hadi Choopan, guys, and a lot of people don't mention Hadi. They just talk about Ramy and Brandon. And keep in mind, guys, Hadi Choopan is only around 32, maybe 33 years old max, so he's going to be around for a while. And in the next update of the day, these are the latest updates from Blessing Awodibu. Blessing has been doing a lot of talking lately to keep himself relevant in the media. Now, I do somewhat like Blessing's talking, but at a point, it is a bit too much when he makes these bold claims like actually winning the Mr. Olympia. But everyone pretty much has Blessing placing top 10 at best. I think it's possible he could edge himself above that, maybe 9th, maybe 8th. Blessing does have a wow factor, and the package that he brought to the Indy Pro, to me personally, looking at the live stream and pictures, looked a lot better than the New York Pro. I don't think Blessing can win the Mr. Olympia, but he may be able to shock one or two people. And the next update of the day, this is the latest from Antoine Vaillant. And something incredible about competing, guys. No one really talked about Antoine prior to him taking second to Ian and winning the Chicago Pro. So just competing and getting your name out there can get you in a lot of headlines. Antoine Vaillant has been the headline of a lot of videos within the past month. But this guy looks incredible, and as we all know, won't really stack up the best size-wise, but he comes in crazy condition with a lot of detail. And if some guys come in off, Antoine will beat them off condition and detail as long as he's able to consistently nail his conditioning. Now, the next update of the day, these are the latest updates from Quinton Eriya ahead of this weekend's Texas Pro. Quinton has been receiving a lot of the feedback. He's really enjoying it, really enjoying competing, This is a guy I like following because you can just tell how much he actually loves the sport of bodybuilder. And hopefully from all the praise that Quinton received out of this Tampa Pro, it makes him a lot more confident going into Texas. Even though he still needs to make improvements in the physique, bring the back up a bit, I think just holding his poses a bit better and just owning the stage will make him look a lot better on stage as well as have a better stage presence. Now, the next update of the day, also hopping in this Texas Pro, is going to be Joe Mackey. Now, looking at Joe Mackey's updates, guys, you wouldn't think he was that impressive, taking nothing away from him at all. Going into the Tampa Pro, I didn't have him in my top 6, but once I seen this guy come out, this guy looks incredible. The arms, the quad sweep. The only thing that he was off by, he was a little off with conditioning, and as you guys can see, he has an ab split, potentially a hernia, not 100% sure, may have had a past surgery. But outside of that, this guy's shape, especially in the front double, is insane. And the next update of the day, this is the latest from Carlos Thomas Jr., who won last year's NPC Nationals, if you guys don't remember. Now, I've been wondering where this guy was at because when he turned pro, everyone was looking at him like the next Nick Walker. This guy has the crazy arms. Haven't really been posting too much, but he did say he will be competing in 2023. Now, this is a guy I am very, very excited to see hop on a bodybuilding stage. Initially, with him being a shorter guy, I was wondering would he go to 212 because he was only like 215, 216 in Nationals, I believe. But this guy's around 260, 270 right now, so he's definitely going to be in the open class. No one is really talking about this guy, and I can't really blame them. He doesn't put out updates, but I'm pretty sure we're all excited to see this guy hop on the stage. Outside of him needing to bring the back up, he's incredible in every other shot. And in the next update of the day, this is the latest from Brett Wilkin, who just looks massive. And if you guys remember from my last news video, I was speculating that Brett is probably going to do one of the European shows because he's very big right now and it's going to take him a bit of time to shred down to compete. So there has been a little talk going around that Brett could potentially do the Romania Pro, not 100% confirmed yet. But actually, all of the European shows qualify you for this year's Mr. Olympia, Prague, Romania. So if Brett Wilkin is able to do the Romania Pro and win, he'll be at this year's Mr. Olympia. And in the next update of the day, not really an update from Shaun Clarida, but over on Mr. Olympia TV a couple days ago, Ian Valliere said that Shaun Clarida is confirmed to do open. Now, granted, Ian did say, don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. He did throw that out there. But people took it and ran with it and said, Shaun Clarida is confirmed to open. Shaun Clarida just cleared up the confusion and said he hasn't made a decision yet. And he's hoping that by the time the Olympia comes, it allows him to do both. But I think he should do the 212 and build his legacy there. Now, this is the complete competitors list for the 2022 Texas Pro in the 212 division. Pretty much everyone from last week except Keon Pearson, Kyrith Bajo, Cody Drobot, Ahmad El Sadani, Nathan Epler, Jordan Janowitz. I haven't been in the sport long enough to know who that guy is. Some of you guys may do. A lot of people have a lot of respect for him. This guy has an incredible physique, and he will be competing there as well. We have Rickey Moten. It's basically going to be a repeat of last week, but I wonder is Kyrith going to have an easy win. And speaking of Rickey Moten, this is the latest from him. He actually got some posing tips from Hunter Labrada. And at last week's Tampa Pro, he actually came in 5th place, making his 212 debut. And we all can agree that was probably one of the most stacked 212 lineups in the past year, maybe even more than that. But this guy's incredible from behind, incredible shape. He's actually pretty huge, and as I speculated, he may potentially go to open because it seems like this guy's body just wants to grow. When you see these pictures, guys, trust me, it's nothing. This guy is huge. But he honestly just needs to come in a bit more conditioned. I think he can move up. Without Keon being here, this guy can be in the mix if he comes in hard enough. And ending this video here with my archive of the day. As always, you guys let me know in the comment section below who is this legendary bodybuilder. And also let me know any little history you may know about him, any competitions you think he potentially got robbed at, or anything interesting about his life. But I think it's worth noting that this guy was said to be released from prison a couple of days ago. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Chris from Go Fitness, and I'm out.